I don't think there are too many people that would disagree with this statement. Peptides are exploding. The demand for these compounds is unstoppable. And now, whether you think they work or not is a different debate. The bottom line is this: people want them, and they will get them legally or illegally. That's why the July 23rd, 24th, 2026 FDA Pharmacy Compounding Advisory Committee meeting is so important for the industry, but also for you if you want to make money buying stocks that will benefit from this tectonic regulatory change. You see, right now, the market is fractured into the highly regulated legal market and then booming underground gray market. Back in September 2023, the FDA removed several popular performance molecules from the compounding pharmacy list over safety and data concerns, forcing consumers to buy them online under legal loopholes labeled research use only. But this month, on July 23rd and 24th, 2026, about 1 week away, the FDA Pharmacy Compounding Advisory Committee is holding a high-stakes public meeting. They are voting on whether to add 7 of these compounds back onto the approved 503A bulk drug substances list. If they vote positive for the industry, licensed compounding pharmacies and telehealth platforms will get a completely legal, scalable path to prescribe and sell these compounds to millions of mainstream consumers. Then investors will look for ways to play this space. Money will flow into it like we have never seen before. But there are only very few choices of publicly traded stocks. In the previous video, I talked about Hims & Hers and ENHA Group. Hims & Hers is a $8.5 billion company that is already preparing for this huge growth of this industry. Because in February 2025, Hims & Hers bought a dedicated manufacturing facility in California for these exact molecules. And if the FDA votes positively, Hims will be able to immediately start selling these products to its 2.5 million subscribers. ENHA Group is a $300 million company that organizes enhanced games. This company is a pure high-risk, high-reward bet on these recovery compounds going completely mainstream. And you ready for this? There is a tiny $15 million market company, 1-5, called the Precision Peptide Company, ticker symbol BPC in Canada and PNGAF on OTC. This company has been building the foundation and infrastructure needed for post-peptide reform. This company is prepared to move quickly once it is legal to do so, which matters because the first mover often wins the race or does well in the race. And consumers tend to be very loyal and sticky. You see, manufacturing these compounds is not rocket science. Think of generic drugs. Once a drug is generic, lots of different companies can manufacture it with their own brand name. The Precision Peptide Company products are manufactured in the United States. And this is kind of a big deal because right now, many of these compounds are manufactured in China. And with the US manufacturer, the company will be able to appeal to more Americans and possibly charge premium pricing. To make the model scalable, the company has built a fully digital medical clinic. So instead of just selling products on a website like Amazon, a customer must fill out a medical intake form, get reviewed by a licensed doctor remotely, and receive a formal prescription before the product can be legally shipped to their doors. Setting up this network is a massive operational hurdle. In the US, a doctor can only prescribe medication to a patient if the doctor is licensed in the exact same state where the patient lives. If a company wants to ship nationwide, it cannot just hire 1 or 2 corporate doctors. It must build or partner with a massive network of physicians covering all 50 states.
As a company, We are going to have a telehealth platform, or we do have a telehealth platform where peptide products will be able to be prescribed, and then also our supplement lines available, and then anything in between available as well. What we're anticipating is that because of public pressure, really, the expectation is that some of these peptides that are available through injection and available through 503A pharmacies are going to be able to become compounded yet again. And as a company, we're going to be able to be involved in the distribution of those products through our telehealth platform.
But in addition to this, the Precision Peptide Company has something special. You see, many of these recovery compounds have to be injected with a needle. And I don't know about you, but many people do not like needles. They hate needles. And the fact that these compounds have to be injected with the needles present a big bottleneck for this industry to go mainstream. Well, the Precision Peptide Company developed a patch that allows peptides to be delivered through skin without the needle. In my opinion, this is a game changer. This is huge.
Our microneedle patch that we should have going, that we have, that is going live pretty soon, is something that consumers are really interested in, as individuals are afraid of injecting themselves with any type of needle. So what if there's an alternative delivery system that does go into your bloodstream, that does work, and doesn't need to be refrigerated, you can travel with it? That is something that has caught a lot of attention, and consumers are wanting to try this product, and being firsthand and actually trying this product numerous times. I think it's absolutely phenomenal in terms of peptides itself, but also different delivery systems.
Look, the bottom line is this. Here's how I view the investment thesis in the Precision Peptide Company. In about a week, the FDA will make a decision on the future of this industry, okay? It is happening. If the decision is positive, a lot of money will flow into this sector. And as far as I know, there are only 3 public companies that will benefit from it: Hims & Hers, ENHA Group, and the Precision Peptide Company.
I saw and was around when some of the current most popular peptides were put on a list by the FDA as to not be compounded. And with the Trump administration, our RFK is part of the FDA, he said, no, I want a review of this. I want to revisit this. I think these peptides are great. He admitted taking some of them, I think, on the Joe Rogan show. So the reason that the demand is so high and so popular is because they work well, and the public is using them. I mean, there's a reason why there's so much interest. There's a reason why we're even talking about it today. And so, yeah, it's my opinion that the public pressure of these products being out there will change policy. I mean, they are available on the black market online, and without safety controls, without medical oversight. And so the volumes of use are so high. I mean, I can share that with you, having been on the inside of these pharmacies. I mean, the revenues and volumes of use they're outstanding. And so it does make sense to revisit these and put them back within a valid and monitored supply chain. It really benefits everybody.
Right now, the Precision Peptide Company does not have meaningful revenues because over the last few years, they have been focused on preparing the business post-regulatory reform, post this FDA decision. And in my opinion, if the FDA decision is positive for the industry, the stock of the Precision Peptide Company could be 5x just on that, because money will flow into the stock, into the sector, will likely be the determining factor. Look, with a $15 million market cap, it doesn't take a lot of money to expand the market cap and thus the stock price. And of course, you can wait for the FDA decision. Of course, you can wait for revenues to show up on the income statement. But what will the stock price be then? Look, my job is to find interesting investment opportunities. Your job is to decide if you like them. With that being said, what do you think of the Precision Peptide Company? Do you think you can make money on the stock? Or do you think owning the stock of, let's say, Hims & Hers or enhanced group is a better and safer way to play the sector? Let me know in the comments below, and see you next time.